In 1986, a strange and mystical movie hit theaters, one that would confuse critics, mesmerize fans, and eventually grow into one of the most legendary cult classics of all time. Highlander wasn't just a movie. It was a bizarre mix of fantasy, sword fights, rock music, and immortals locked in a battle across centuries. But behind the flashing swords and booming Queen soundtrack lies a treasure trove of bizarre, almost unbelievable facts that most fans don't know. Today we'll take you deep into the fog-shrouded Highlands and the neon-lit streets of 1980s New York to uncover 15 weird facts about Highlander, 1986 that will change the way you see this film forever. Because remember, there can be only one. Fact 1. Christopher Lambert didn't speak English. When Christopher Lambert was cast as Connor MacLeod, there was just one problem. He didn't speak a word of English. The French actor learned all of his lines phonetically, meaning he was memorizing sounds rather than understanding the language. Amazingly, this actually worked in his favor. Connor is supposed to be an outsider, a man out of time, and Lambert's slightly offbeat delivery gave the character a mysterious and otherworldly vibe. Fact 2. Sean Connery filmed all his scenes in 1 week. Sean Connery, who played the flamboyant mentor Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez, was only available for 7 days. The filmmakers had to scramble to shoot all of his scenes back to back. Connery was paid a massive fee for that week, nearly $1 million, making his brief but unforgettable performance one of the most expensive cameos of the decade. Fact 3. The Queen soundtrack. Almost didn't happen. One of the most iconic parts of Highlander is its booming soundtrack by the legendary rock band Queen. But here's the twist. Queen wasn't originally asked to write a full soundtrack. They were just supposed to write one song. The band members loved the movie so much after an early screening that they decided to go all in, eventually creating multiple tracks, including Princes of the Universe, which became the series' theme song. Fact 4. The director was a music video veteran director. Russell Mulcahy came from the world of MTV. Before Highlander, he was known for directing music videos for artists like Duran Duran and Elton John. That's why the movie has such a distinct, fast-cutting visual style. Many of the fight scenes feel almost like extended music videos, blending fantasy with rock and roll energy. Fact 5. Clancy Brown terrified everyone on set. Clancy Brown's terrifying performance as the villainous Kurgan wasn't just acting. His energy on set was so intense that even hardened crew members were nervous around him. During one scene, Brown's ferocity caused him to accidentally injure several stunt performers. Christopher Lambert later admitted he was genuinely afraid during their fight scenes, which gave the duels extra authenticity. Fact 6. A hidden WE2 backstory was cut. The original script revealed more about Connor MacLeod's long life, including a World War II flashback where he saved a young girl from the Nazis. While this scene was filmed, it was ultimately cut for pacing reasons. Fans later got glimpses of this storyline in deleted scenes and extended editions. Fact 7. There can be only one was almost dropped. The movie's most iconic line, "There can be only one," almost didn't make it into the final cut. Some studio executives thought it sounded too strange and wanted it removed. Thankfully, Mulcahy fought to keep it, and it went on to become one of the most quoted lines in sci-fi and fantasy history. Fact 8. Christopher Lambert nearly went blind filming. During the climactic rooftop sword fight, sparks were created by connecting the swords to car batteries. This created spectacular visuals and a dangerous hazard. Lambert wasn't wearing protective eyewear, and at one point the sparks came so close that he temporarily lost vision in one eye. Filming was halted while he recovered. Fact 9. A French actor playing a Scotsman playing a Spaniard. Fans have long joked about the movie's bizarre casting choices. Christopher Lambert, a Frenchman, played the Scottish Highlander. Meanwhile, Sean Connery, a proud Scotsman, played a Spanish-Egyptian immortal with a heavy Scottish accent. It was a strange reversal that baffled audiences but added to the movie's quirky charm. Fact 10. The opening wrestling scene was a last-minute addition. The movie famously opens with a dramatic wrestling match in Madison Square Garden. Oddly enough, this wasn't part of the original script. Mulcahy added it at the last minute to give the film a modern, gritty vibe before jumping into the ancient fantasy storyline. The sequence was filmed using real wrestling fans, many of whom didn't realize they were part of a movie shoot. Fact 11. It was a box office flop today. Highlander is considered a cult classic, but when it first hit theaters, it bombed. The movie made less than $13 million in the US. Critics were confused by its mix of timelines, music, and mythology. It wasn't until home video and cable TV that the film gained a passionate following, eventually spawning sequels, a TV series, and even video games. Fact 12. The sword fights were incredibly dangerous. The sword choreography was intense and extremely risky. Unlike many modern films, there were no CGI enhancements or advanced safety measures. Christopher Lambert and Clancy Brown performed many of their own stunts with heavy real swords, resulting in several minor injuries. At one point, a sword shattered mid-duel, nearly impaling a cameraman. Fact 13. The ending was supposed to be very different. In early drafts, the story was much darker. Connor wasn't supposed to win peace and happiness at the end. Instead, the original concept had him become corrupted by the immense power he gained, turning the victory into a tragedy. The studio pushed for a more hopeful ending to appeal to mainstream audiences. Fact 14. It inspired countless other fantasy series. While it wasn't a huge hit at first, Highlander had a massive influence on pop culture. Shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The Witcher, and even The Matrix drew inspiration from its ideas of immortals, hidden battles, and ancient prophecies. Its unique blend of myth and modernity helped shape the fantasy genre for decades to come. Fact 15. A lost scene with Freddie Mercury? There are rumors of a secret scene featuring Queen's Freddie Mercury in a cameo. While no footage has ever surfaced, multiple crew members have hinted that Mercury visited the set and filmed a small appearance as a tavern singer in a medieval flashback. Whether this is true or just a legend remains one of Highlander's great mysteries. When Highlander first hit theaters, no one could have predicted the legacy it would leave behind. From bizarre casting choices to dangerous sword fights and a soundtrack that became legendary, the movie is a perfect storm of weirdness and brilliance. It stumbled at the box office but rose like an immortal warrior to claim its place in cinematic history. So the next time you hear the words, "There can be only one," remember, there's a whole world of secrets behind that battle cry. And like Connor MacLeod himself, Highlander will live on forever.